Engineer 775, we're back on a site we were on 3 years ago. We put in this array, and we put in this array, which I'm going to talk about, and we've just added this array as kind of doubling up the solar input. But what I want to talk to you about now is making hot water off of solar. This, again, a system has been in here for 3 years, and we were running a simple controller that you've seen me do videos on before. Well, I can't get a hold of those anymore, and I was really looking for a solution, maybe even a better solution, a solution that is UL approved, and it is what we're about to put on this pole. So this actually took DC all the way into their home. We're going to mount a Cybo H model inverter out here, and a lot of details in the description about it. There's details on our website about it, but it is a UL approved inverter that will convert this 3-panel input to AC power, and will connect it directly to the element in the lower element in the water heater. Pardon the wind, it's getting storms coming in. So we're going to just modify this. We're going to use this service disconnect, and then we're going to mount the CyboInverter, which you'll see here shortly, and let you know. I've been running the Cybo at my house very successfully, keeping basically 3 people and showers every day, dishes, and my grid power is not coming on. So very happy with it so far. And this is my second installation of the Cybo H model. So folks, you've been asking about solutions for PV direct, solar direct hot water, and the Cybo H model is it. Now we're going to put a single inverter. You can double them up and put up to 8 panels on a Cybo H model system. Okay, we're gonna, again, this has been sitting here a while. It's got spider webs. We're gonna clean this up, add the inverter, and get to work on this. And I'm actually picking up another panel. This was broken, and we're gonna pick up another panel and replace that tomorrow. Okay, here's the inverter in the box. You see it has its own individual MC4 connectors. So you just plug and play, plug into your panel, and MFA, it's a model free adaptive controller, and that's kind of their proprietary software and controls for the inverter. CyboInverter, this is the H model. See that, the H model 1200H. It has a mounting bracket that can mount to a solar panel. We're probably going to mount it to Unistrut. We've got a grounding weeb for making sure. You definitely need to ground it out to a ground rod, bare copper down to a ground rod. And we're going to mount it on this pole with some Unistrut and a pipe clamp, and then plug and play. Plug our individual panels in. We might need to make up some whips to get to some MC4 whips, but we'll see how it goes. We might end up we'll see. We haven't figured out how we're going to mount it yet. Okay, I'm replacing this existing controller. So this isn't the typical installation of the CyboInverter, but I'm replacing this guy because it fried. And I just left the same disconnect. This is a disconnect out of a standard water heater or AC disconnect. The middle 2 wires are the straight to the element on the bottom of the water heater, and the 2 red are phased. They were because it was DC coming in here before, but the wire was big enough. Number 10, I'm running AC here now from the CyboInverter. And so I just take that down with some MC cable down into this cabinet. And the water heater is in this cabinet, and I'll show you that later. Okay, tomorrow we're gonna replace this broken panel, broken due to shipping. Man, then we got another one that's broken due to shipping. I gotta go run in the morning and find another panel to match these. CyboInverter is it's late in the day, so not enough solar to actually make much hot water. But the CyboInverter is mounted. A lot of different ways to mount it. We just didn't plan ahead, so that was about as good as it's gonna get. It's pretty good though. And we have a service disconnect here, and we have a disconnect in at the water heater. And number 10 wire, run about 150 feet. All right, tomorrow, hopefully we'll get some sunshine, give you a report on how it's doing. Okay, so we were able to find a panel. This panel was broken. We found one pretty close to it at a City Electric. This is for the hot water system, off-grid hot water system using the CyboInverter. And I know the tank of water is probably already hot. Yep, its thermostat's actually shut off. So watching this LED will tell you the status. When it stays on solid, it's making hot water, but it's already heated the tank. It's only a 40-gallon water heater, and it's absolutely hot. So that's the Cybo Model H. You can see that here, CI Mini 1200H. And that's the beauty of it. It can run down to, the voltage can run way down, and it's just a variable AC voltage going to a regular water heating element. And it works on just about any element. You can check the ohms on the element, and I know there's a range, about 40 ohms works pretty good. So, and because they're different panels, it really didn't matter, because you can individually connect. And then because there's 3 panels, we just take the remainder, the last leftover MC4s, and clip them together. You can even hook a battery to that, a 48-volt battery onto that if you want it. So it's very versatile. It's a nice little off-grid inverter. Check them out. We have more documentation and stuff on our website at Practical Preppers, but check out the CyboInverter. This is a UL approved product, and is PV direct. Again, part of the arsenal of solar or PV photovoltaic direct products to be able to do things without batteries. So think of your water heater as a battery of thermal storage, thermal battery, and the Cybo allows you to slow and steady heat that water all day long. And most water heaters are so well insulated, you can have, it'll store for at least a day and not lose much, 5 to 10 degrees temperature. So, all right, if you have any questions about the CyboInverter, let me know. And again, inside it's just a standard electric water heater, and this one's really hard to get to and see, but it has a standard AC disconnect inside for service, and it's just hooked to the bottom element. So you separate the bottom element from the top element electrically. There's a diagram that you can refer to in the Cybo manual that makes that pretty clear, and everything there from the LED codes to how to install it. And you can actually, there's another model that can actually put 2 of these together and put 8 panels. So you can put up to like 2,400 watts of solar and really do some direct, PV direct water heating. All right, if you have any questions, let me know. Check them out on our website. And I just love not being able to do stuff like this without inverters. There's no charge controllers, it's just direct. And with AC, converting it AC, you can do it a long ways away. We're 200 feet away from the water heater. All right, this is Engineer 775 signing out.